I'm Abiola Jackson. This is the Entertainment News and Celebrity Gossip TV for Monday, April the 7th in Entertainment News. Again, shout out to Hot New Hip Hop, hotnewhiphop.com for this entertainment news story regarding Melyssa Ford, Canada's own Melyssa Ford. She's in the news. She threw the Joe Budden podcast under the bus for criticizing her response to the Drake shutout. Again, the podcast didn't like her reaction to it, so she took aim at it and stood her ground on it. Again, you gotta listen to this interview. This is on the podcast with Melyssa Ford. Hear what she had to say about this. This is pretty deep. Y'all gotta listen to this one. This one's a pretty good one. Just listen up.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna say it. Listen, I'm the bad guy anyway. Hey, check this out. If Mel wouldn't engage in the first place,
engage in what
with Drake and all that shit with the audio on Instagram and all that stuff, we wouldn't be here at all.
Please.
I'm saying that you were used as a tool you were used as a tool initially to get under Joe's skin. And shout out to him and Ian for being professionals.
How long ago was that?
It was long, but it was still a tool that you fell into. It was still a marketing tool.
I didn't fall into anything.
And then you tried to dress it up as, yo, I'm being celebrated, so allow me to be celebrated at the detriment of your boss. And our
How
friend.
is it the detriment to him?
Because it was an insult. Yo, Melyssa Ford, you around a dick sucker. It was an insult to him.
He never says his name.
He never
says his name.
You got me there. I have nothing to say.
He never says his name.
Right,
he doesn't say anybody's name.
You're right.
He doesn't say anybody's name.
You all right? If that's the angle you going with, I have to respect that and I yield.
It's the only angle.
To the drama.
Huh?
Well, all right.
That's not the only angle.
That's not the only angle. If Drake had made a song saying, Joe, you a legend, I hate that you sit next to a dick sucker.
Okay.
It never said your name.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be comfortable with Joe celebrating that song under the premise that he never said Melyssa?
Let me tell you something. Do you know what I've had to fucking listen to for the last 20 fucking years?
No, I'm with you on that. But before you get there,
because that's it. That's literally it. That's my answer.
Okay.
That's my answer. That's my fucking answer.
I like how you are right now.
Okay.
I'm going to fucking champion a song that fucking celebrates the shit out of me. Absolutely. When I've been mocked for fucking 20 fucking years.
You got 2 pairs of shades?
I thought you just passed me. So I hear. So I guess the only thing I would say to that is that's not. You're not gonna double shade it.
You put the Michael Jacksons over the.
Oh my God. That's disrespectful. You can't double a nigga double shaded. Joe, that's rude. Joe, that's rude. Take it off. You can't do that, Joe.
Go ahead, Mel. Finish.
That nigga went to.
No, I'm not in this. Don't look at me.
Yeah, I like when
because I'm not arguing with them. They're arguing too. So I don't want nothing to do with this.
So why'd you double shade?
Have the 1v1 because this is.
And you know what? Actually, I'm gonna pull back too because I don't want to interrupt your exchange.
Yeah, this ain't my fight.
I yield. She got it. I think the point she made was valid. And I think she's standing in what she's standing in. And she said that she got a lot of disrespect over the 20 years of her career.
She's right.
And when she's being praised, even if it's at the detriment of anybody else, she's going to take that praise.
But it's not at the detriment. And then furthermore, when I leaned into it, when I made my own little video, I cut out the quote unquote disrespectful parts. I did intentionally.
It's not quote unquote.
Stop. Let me ask you a question. Do you know that he has a history of using women to get at other men?
Do y'all know y'all pressed Mel about this already?
That's why I said
that's why he's saying shit.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to
I'm not talking.
It's not worth the conversation.
And I'll be completely honest. Before I came up here, and even while I was up here, I had no fucking clue what their history was. I had no clue. I did not know. And so to answer that other question you just asked me, do I know that he has a history of using blah, blah, blah? No, because I have never fucking paid that close attention.
Got it.
I have never fucking noticed. No, because no. You know what I'm saying? I've never noticed. So this was like, to me, it just seemed like some silly, superficial shit, really honestly. You know what I mean?
Play with words.
Yeah. And then to just follow it up with, The fact that it's a song praising me when I have had a song fucking mocking me and people say this shit to me for the last 20 yes.
That's
real.
Yes. Good job, Damu. Good job.
Everybody stop saying that Damu shit.
No, they're gonna learn them.
They can play around all they want.
They're gonna learn them.
Them two being carried away to what's it in Brooklyn, MDC?
No, in Jersey, they're gonna take you over to. They're gonna take you to Essex County.
Yeah, they could do. And how
Green
much?
Monster.
What, I don't know what that means.
Just don't say no more Damu. Don't do no
You
more.
already got one
it.
case.
I know. But don't dap him after you.
Don't play along with that.
Yeah, you on one case already, and your reaction.
She ain't
That's
gonna
another thing.
Her reaction from what the? Oh, holy pig feet and pork chops, man. How the hell did I get my chops into this? Smell so cute. Anyway, that's not my beef. My beef is who wrote this thing. You don't have to answer that. Answer it mentally.
Mel wrote it.
No, she didn't.
I think Mel is articulate enough to write
Mel
it on
definitely
stage.
wrote
That's not the question.
Mel didn't write this.
Ian did.
Mel didn't write this.
Mel definitely
And
wrote
Ian didn't write it either.
He doesn't.
I don't want to answer.
Okay, I'm
because I know the answer.
not going to answer.
Okay, well, answer.
Tell that person to not write about me or my company.
Why?
Because I asked.
We're writing. Okay, hold on one second here.
Who wrote it?
Wait a minute. Because we have BTS that is out on Patreon where it's a whole discussion about that website and my image on it. Furthermore, more information is found out by Ian from Tyler that they bought the name and that it gets rerouted to your Patreon.
What does any of that have to do?
We discuss it up here. So it's in there. It's out there. It's out there in the ether. It's being discussed.
Which was never in question.
Okay.
That was never in question.
So everybody else can have conversations about this, but I can't just succinctly say in a show of support, this is what my team members did for me as a way of saying thank you, publicly.
You can if you tell me that that's you that said it.
It is me that said it.
So you wrote this.
Yes.
All right, never mind.
Does it say Melissa's statement?
I got Savannah.
Does it say Melissa's statement?
No, I got Savannah.
What do you mean?
No, you didn't write this shit. But if you rolling with that, then I'm shutting up. If you wrote it, then yes, you could say that. If you wrote it, then nip it in the bud at me bringing up a publicist. Then I'm wrong. There is no publicist.
There is no publicist. There is no publicist. I am a self-funded fucking operation right now. You think I can afford PR with all the shit I'm paying for?
When this camera cut off,
I'm not even playing with you right now. Let's cut the fucking camera off then.
When this camera cut off,
right now. You don't need to.
Listen, Mel, you wrote the statement. After you wrote it, did you send it to anybody to proofread to check?
Ian.
Did Ian make any edits?
Yes.
Oh, she done got Ian fired.
Okay. No. And actually, he said the same thing that you did. So,
what? That he's fired?
No. About Joe might be uncomfortable with the mention of him, blah, blah, blah. So we rewrote the whole thing. Me and my EP.
You and your EP. So, okay, so this is this was the ask follow-up questions. So you, Ian, and your EP crafted this statement or crafted this, or the
then
edits.
I went back in and I rewrote it completely differently.
Got it. Based on the feedback of them. I got it. I got what you're saying.
No, just where he's the hero.
Understood. What did what did the
it's good for you, nigga. It's good for you.
What did the original what was the tone of the original draft?
It just mentions it's just a mention of where I work.
Well, I guess I'm saying, what was the part that needed to be taken out to make him look like a hero?
Nothing. It was adding.
It was, I understood. So you didn't say anything bad. You just added something good.
Yes.
Because when I hear the reason I'm asking is when I hear the statement, it sounds honestly, and I mean this sincerely, it sounds like a big up to JVP. So that's why I was.
Yes.
Yeah, but can I ask two questions?
Yeah.
Well, question one is.
Don't be stressed. You're doing good.
I'm not trying to stress you out.
Well, we can move on. I mean,
all right, never mind.
No, ask, please.
So another kid comes into my store.
Great callback. Ask, Ice, go ahead.
Did Ian, I guess, see it again after the rewrite?
Not necessarily. Yes, I basically showed him what the paragraph was going to say. And then he said, okay, fine.
Because I asked that because if he told you, Joe probably wouldn't be uncomfortable with the mention of his company.
When I was making it clear that it was a response to all the noise.
I got it.
And that I wanted it to be clear what had happened with the website, with the domain name, and where it was redirected. That was where he was like, oh, okay, fine.
Well, I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah. You gotta stop doing that, Joe. Let niggas know how you feel when this shit get off so the niggas can understand. Be clear. Like you did me. You suck ass nigga. And you my man. But
Joe's never clear about anything, man. He's always indirect about certain stuff. He's never direct. But anyhow, that's bad. That's it. That's basically the meats and potatoes of what Melyssa Ford said in her response to the whole situation. Very interesting at how Joe Budden he backpedaled. He backpedaled, didn't want any involvement with Melyssa Ford and what she had to say in response to championing Drake acknowledging her. And it's very interesting how he backpedaled. You didn't want to go head to head with Melyssa Ford face to face on that. Very, very interesting. Because before he had a lot to say. The podcast itself, the Joe Budden podcast itself, minus Melyssa Ford, they had a lot to say about it. And it's very interesting, how it's going to be opposite now. The way she is, the way she Melyssa Ford held her own and stood on business and didn't care what people thought, or didn't let what others thought about her being acknowledged and celebrated by Drake. She didn't care. She said after 20 years of being disrespected on certain platforms, she appreciated and liked that she was acknowledged and celebrated. So she liked that. She appreciated it. So hey, that's her take on that. Man, I just find that when Melyssa Ford says what she got to say on the Joe Budden podcast, either one, they'll cut her off. The others on the panel will cut her off, and then they're gonna see what they gotta say. Or two, she'll say what she gotta say, and then they'll laugh. They'll laugh and make a joke out of it. It's like whatever she says and does, or whatever she puts out there, is never taken seriously. It's never taken seriously, in my opinion. I don't know. I feel that's the reason why Melyssa Ford's got her own podcast now. She's doing her own thing. So she can voice out what she got to say on her own podcast. She'll see, how that podcast is doing. I don't know. Who knows? In terms of numbers, I don't know how it's doing. But I guess that's why she has the site. She's doing one on the side. So that's all I got to say about this. Nothing else to say about it. Nothing else to say. Again, hit the like and subscribe button for more entertainment news, Celebrity Gossip TV. Nothing else to say about this. Everything she said, I guess, speaks for itself on how she feels after all these years, and finally getting recognition, and she's celebrating it. And this is what she gets from other members of the Joe Budden podcast. So I mean, yeah, this is it. Nothing else to add and say about this. For more entertainment news and Celebrity Gossip TV, you know where to come to. Again, until next time, peace. I'm out. Take care. Peace. I'm out. For more entertainment news, Celebrity Gossip TV, I'm out.